Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm Maria Furlano. It's so great to be here again. It's been a few weeks actually since I've come and done a live. I took a little break. I was actually really busy. It wasn't really a break because I relaunched my online studio, which is The Art of Tuning In Healer Studio. And of course, you can go into my links and in my bio and check all that out. Love to have you join us. It is reopen and we are in there doing great things. In fact, we have a class coming up this Friday. We have a class, 2 classes actually every single month, so it's really cool. But anyway, so I've been really busy reorganizing that. There's a lot of prep. If any of you out there do that, you know that it's really fun, but it's a lot of work. So it's been nice to just be able to step back and focus. And that's kind of what I do. I like to step back and, you know, obviously tune in, right? And really align with what it is I'm doing. Otherwise, I personally find that it just goes all over the place. And I end up repeating things over and over again. So I wanted to bring that up today with our Manifesting Mondays theme, which is really about aligning your energy for the week. And if you're new here, welcome. Again, my name is Maria Furlano, and I am a doctor of medical Qigong and a physician of Chinese medicine, a spiritual intuitive, and I have worked with people for over 20 years, teaching them how to align their energy so they can actually elevate their frequency. I teach healers all over the country and people who are seeking to really learn the skills to actually do it, not just listen about it. So that's what's so great about the studio. But with Manifesting Mondays, I want to bring that out too. And one of the things that people have been sharing is this pushing for trying to create something. And when we push, we go against the energy that we're actually trying to create. So if I am trying, then I'm not allowing, right? I mean, that makes sense. So, but it makes sense logically, I think, to all of us. Sorry, it's really, my hair keeps going in my head. It's really humid here in my eyes. But it makes sense logically. But actually, when we really want something, we want that so much and we can get so impatient with it. And especially with our culture here, at least in the West, we are all about instantaneous, make it happen, go after it, which is great. It's a great, inspiring way to be, but it doesn't allow for the alchemical change to occur with energetic vibration and frequency that actually causes things to fall into place and then manifest in our life. So I just bring this up because it can get really frustrating for people when they really want something, and also if they're afraid. So if you're dealing with something that's really serious to you, so you know, maybe financially you're really worried, maybe you're worried about health issues, you know, right now that's a big one. Maybe you're worried about a relationship you're in. It doesn't matter, but it's serious to you and it's real and it's present and you need to shift, or you feel you need to shift the circumstances. So if you can just try it out, to spend a little more time in the softening. So I teach something that's called going to energetic neutral, or energetic neutrality is what I call it. And that energetic neutrality is so important because it causes us to actually align with this stream of energy that runs through us, that attaches, it connects, or roots itself into the earth, which gives us energy, and also aligns with divine or source or God or the universe or whatever it is that you feel comfortable calling. And this stream is running through us, and it's actually not only energizing us, but it's also giving us pieces of wisdom that we can't see from this narrow viewpoint that we have here in this 3D world. So if we can begin to remind ourselves, I'm going to just take a moment and allow today, and I'm not going to push, but I'm going to allow. Just going to breathe. I'm just going to trust, and I'm going to allow, and I'm going to daydream, and I'm going to think of something that brings me peace. And just by shifting that frequency and giving yourself a little break, really all this mental chatter in this break, few breaths, you know, maybe you want to look at something beautiful, right? Like I have this on my desk here. I have this gorgeous crystal, and it's an amethyst crystal. And when I am overwhelmed, I'll look up and just gaze at the crystal, and it helps me remember to ground myself, to align. And so if you have anything like that in your space anywhere, it could be a plant, it could be a picture, it could be something that you touch, it could be aromatherapy that you smell, and anything physical that helps you to re-anchor. What that does is that allows your energy to go to a space of neutral so that you're not pushing. And when you don't push, what is actually for your best alignment, intention, for the best circumstances can start to show themselves to you. It's kind of like if you were asking for help, but you closed and locked your door, and you just kept that door pushed closed because you were so much focusing on what should be. Okay, I want this, and you're pushing and pushing, but the answer is right on the other side of the door. The guidance is standing right on the other side of the door, but they can't open it because it's locked, or the opportunity, or the idea, whatever it is. So when we go into this space of energetic neutrality, which I admit can take a little bit of time to learn and train, but if we can just be open to it, and again, daydreaming is a great way to get there because we just relax. When we just relax and we allow the door to open, we're not pushing against anymore, and it shows up for us. It can come to us, and then we can see things from a totally different point of view, which is what allows for great manifestations to happen. And it's really that simple. It's not harder than that, but it's really this mental space that we deal with in our life that we have to learn to shift and change. And that's the hardest part because we tend to be our worst enemy. So I always talk about breathing. You know that because breathing absolutely puts you in your body. It makes you present. Never underestimate that. But just maybe this week, think about that energetic neutrality. And as you take in a deep breath, do it with me here, if you will. Just take in a deep breath. Sit nice and long because that allows energy to move through your body in a more fluid way. Posture is everything. And then we're just going to breathe in. And then we just add our intention, which is we're going to create a space of peace. That's all our intention is. I'm just going to create a space of peace for this moment. Sometimes when we close our eyes, people say, I close my eyes and I breathe, but then all of a sudden I'm making lists or I'm having all this stuff come up. And that's when I say, then maybe you need a physical object for that moment. So as a side note, some of you know that, I'm a teacher of medical Qigong, and Qigong is a moving art. It's a moving meditation. And one of the reasons why we do this movement, these movements with our breath, with our alignment, it distracts the mind, and it puts us in this meditative space because we're focused on breathing and moving and aligning and gathering and receiving. And it gives our mind something to do, but in a really peaceful place. So I always teach people that first before having them sit down and do meditation, because sometimes just sitting, first of all, isn't comfortable for people. And secondly, we have that mind, that mental chatter, or that monkey mind, if you've heard that before. So for this particular thing, and they do this in meditation as well, is that sometimes we need a physical object. And so something beautiful you can gaze at. Some people will gaze at a candle. Again, looking at a picture that brings you joy, smelling an aromatherapy or a beautiful scented candle, or even an incense stick. Something that brings you into the present, that makes you feel good, is one of the fastest ways to bring your energy into a space of energetic neutrality, where you're not trying to do something and in turn not meaning to, but in turn blocking what is really there for you that is so amazing. So your answers are there. If you're having a hard time, I send you so much love and support. I get it. And this is a daily practice. This is a daily thing, that getting into alignment. But it can be fun. It doesn't have to be a big deal. But it is a daily thing. So don't think that, I get this today and then I get it for the rest of my life. That's not how it works. Enjoy it. Thanks for being here. I'll see you again this week. Have a great week, and I wish you lots of love.